What if Brock Lesnar never actually retired? What if WrestleMania 42 was the perfect misdirect, and Triple H just gave us all the clues we need? If you want cutting-edge analysis on the biggest WWE storylines nobody's talking about yet, you have to subscribe to WWE Express and ring the notification bell right now so you don't miss our latest updates. We break down the hidden layers of every major angle, and this Lesnar situation is about to get insane. Let's talk about what we actually know, because the narrative Triple H is crafting here is absolutely brilliant. At WrestleMania 42, Brock Lesnar stood in that ring, stared down Fini, and lost. Not just any loss, but a statement loss to a rising monster. And then he did something we've seen him do before, something that carries weight in professional wrestling storytelling. He removed his boots. He removed his gloves. He placed them in the center of the ring. He embraced Paul Heyman. And then he walked away. For most people, that's the end of the story. Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, the most dominant force in WWE history, hung up his boots at WrestleMania. It's a beautiful way to close a legendary career. But here's where Triple H's genius becomes apparent. When asked directly about whether Brock was officially retired, Triple H didn't say yes. He said it certainly seemed that way. Those exact words matter in professional wrestling, because if you were absolutely certain about a retirement, you would say yes, Brock has retired. But that ambiguity, that carefully chosen language, it tells us something. It tells us that maybe, just maybe, there's a story still being written here. Triple H went further in his explanation, and this is where it gets fascinating. He said Brock is not the kind of guy who walks through the curtain and has long conversations. Brock is someone who walks back angry and goes to his bus and that's it. So there was no conversation after the match. But think about that from a storytelling perspective. If Brock didn't communicate with anyone, if he didn't officially tell anyone he was done, then how can his retirement be completely final? WWE didn't know. Paul Heyman got an embrace and a gesture, but no declaration, no official statement, no closure. And then there's Paul Heyman's response to all of this. When asked what the future holds for Brock Lesnar, Heyman said he expects another 15 years of dominance from the Beast incarnate. 15 years. That's not the statement you make if you genuinely believe your guy is done. That's the statement you make when you know something the rest of us don't. That's the language of someone who's been promised this isn't over. Think about the broader context of WWE storytelling right now. Fini is ascending. He's being positioned as the next massive force in this company. Gunther is the career killer, a dominant force retiring legends. Roman Reigns is navigating a fractured bloodline. The entire landscape of WWE is shifting. And right now, one of the biggest wildcards in professional wrestling is sitting on the sidelines. That's not coincidence in professional wrestling booking. That's setup. That's a piece of the puzzle being placed exactly where it needs to be. When Lesnar defeated John Cena years ago, it signified a changing of the guard. It was brutal. It was dominant. It meant something massive was shifting in the company. When Lesnar returned at SummerSlam, it sent shockwaves through the entire industry. What happens if Brock Lesnar returns again? Not as a sunset to his career, but as a new chapter entirely? What if SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Lesnar's home, is actually where this story goes? What if everything we thought was an ending is actually just intermission? Here's another layer to consider. There's been serious speculation about Lesnar potentially facing Gunther. The career killer has retired legends. He retired Goldberg. He retired John Cena. He retired AJ Styles. Those are titans. Those are pillars of the industry. And Gunther's character becomes even more powerful if he gets to retire another legend, another monument to a different era of wrestling. But that can only happen if Brock Lesnar comes back. WWE is building this meticulously. The pieces are moving into place.